I placed 100 players on a small map with few resources, but there are small chests with gear inside scattered all over the map. You're going to see total anarchy where small groups form. Players can't create tribes, so they're forced to play solo, but amoral alliances are allowed. Stay until the end to see who will be the last survivor of this adventure. The event is about to start, all the players will be released at the same time. Each death is permanent, and players can't play again.
It's about to start, guys. In 1, 2, 3, go, 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 go.
No player can create a tribe, so if they want to form alliances, they have to recognize their buddies. The map is quite small and has few resources, so I can tell you that the first deaths will happen quickly.
We're going to your right, we're going to the bar map. No, there's enter it, enter it, enter it. If I win, if I win. Head towards enter it.
My strategy is to run as far as possible and hide to catch my breath. Once I'm hidden, I start learning my engrams, especially the bow and arrows. I think that's going to be useful. Then I run into, worse than a player, a raptor, except this raptor has teammates. 4 raptors on my tail, and I managed to get out by sacrificing a poor bastard. Some players are being attacked by many small dinosaurs, and the first groups are forming.
Watch out, I saw a guy. It's a pain in the ass, those things. Really a pain in the ass. They're coming, guys. Go on. Wait, wait, wait. There are some Mega Nora. Run, run. We're taking it down.
Now let's follow Bobby's adventure, which is going to be very short. Because the poor guy just ran into the player shooter who doesn't want peace. Oh! Goodbye, Bobby. The player the goat gets eliminated by Atlas, who seems to be allied with Rome 1, knowing that they've already tamed a few Mesopithecus, but honestly, I'm not really sure what that's for. Let's move on to Human from the Human 4 tribe, who is taming some Mesopithecus. Right next to him, we have Hunter, who comes across a box and starts breaking it to get the loot inside. But in another corner of the map, a completely different duel is happening. Namsu versus Zako and Zako. Yeah, original. It's a 2v1, so poor Namsu is going to have a bit of trouble. Namsu decides to use the grenade he looted from the little chest, a smoke grenade. Well, on my screen, the smoke doesn't look like much, but I guess it'll have some effect. Namsu managed to shake off Zako's death squad. For now, he's still alive. Now let's take a look near the center, where there's a big group of players. It turns out all these players are in an alliance. And they've chosen to recognize each other by wearing a Mickey costume. And just now, they've claimed their first victim. Now, near the beach, another alliance is forming, and these players all have a skeleton skin in common, but we'll get back to them soon, since they're about to face the Mickey team. Let's go back now to Namsu, who hasn't given up on getting his little smithy and his forge back. But be careful, because Zako's team is still nearby. While Namsu is getting to his smithy, the other two are busy breaking small crates hidden along the beach. Namsu, on the other hand, is chill. He just put a Triceratops to sleep, but Zako's team just spotted him. That's when the fight starts again. Unfortunately, against all odds, Namsu falls asleep. It seems that the player is shooting tranquilizer arrows. The question is, will the Zako players spare Namsu out of pity? If you're really asking that, you don't know the mentality of ARK players. Let's go back to my POV. While wandering on top of the first mountain I found, I come across a player with a forge. I end up winning this fight, luckily because I've spent a lot of hours on SOTF. Now let's go back to the Mickey gang, who are unknowingly getting dangerously close to the team of little skeleton guys.
C'est nous.
Putain, les gars. Venez. Là,
Le raptor, faut qu'on tape le raptor là-bas.
moi là, je vais faire une forge. Moi là.
On a des forges déjà. Là-bas. Venez, allez voir là-bas.
I said trade arrow. Pass it to me. Multum. Yeah, did you put the dino? Yeah. Okay, wait. It's not reduced. Are those foundations in the room over there yours? Well, yeah, yes, they're ours with the forges. They're ours.
Guys, their alliance consists of 5 members, while the Mickey gang, just a bit further in the woods, is made up of 4 members. As the skeleton team gets closer to the forest to gather berries, they finally spot the first Mickey. And as soon as he's seen, there's no hesitation, they all go after the poor Mickey. A guy.
There's one everywhere. Oh yeah, let's get him. Golo, get down. Where?
There.
In front?
Look, it's Mickey Mouse. Woohoo!
There are several Mickeys. There are 2. There are 3. They're having fun.
The restraint doesn't do any damage. The restraint doesn't do any damage, bro. Come on. Come in, Pink. Yeah, they have archers, they have everything. Yeah. Are you inviting me? The crossbow guys, they have crossbows. But that's exactly it. Lower it. Ouch. Yeah, artillery, quick.
I would have said so. There's one who's sleeping. Come on, finish them. And it's
Savage Terry, who takes his revenge on all the players and decides to eliminate
instantly one of the players from the skeleton team, thus saving poor sleepy Mickey, who was forgotten by the enemies. I'm dead. I'm finished. No. But the Terrys didn't just claim one victim. Here is the second casualty. to fall in battle. Well, you'll see. So, lots of little breaks. Are you aware that Genesis 1 is coming very soon? And that's perfect. Especially since their PvE servers will open as soon as the map launches. So if you want to get back into the ARK adventure, join the Discord in the description to get all the info. And most importantly, don't forget, the start is on July 10th.
Biggest server in the Pegasus Galaxy. Welcome to Rock No White. Hope. July. Join us now. I set up my smithy to make myself
A crossbow and metal armor. I decide to tame a raptor, which might be very useful to me. But in the end, no, because I died to two guys with pistols a few minutes later. What? Ripe me, but let's look at the survivors. Across the island, some relaxed players are hiding in the trees, just doing their thing in a two-man alliance. And look at that, up on a little hill, a new alliance is born. A Zako Temor with Q, who are being watched right now by the player Bobito. But what is he going to do? Is he going to try to play the 1v2 and try to shoot a big arrow in the head while one of them is busy at the smithy? And a fourth player shows up who has no idea what's going on. He's watching the scene with his stone pickaxe. Bobito decides to get closer with his crossbow in hand. And it's incredible. With a single arrow to the head, he just knocked out player Q, who is immediately defended by his friend. And the fourth player we saw earlier is coming over too, but there's no way to tell if he's allied with Bobito or not. The mistake happening again is that the player knocked out over there is quietly waking up. Normally, when you knock out a player, they should be your top target. And unbelievably, the fourth player from earlier just died on his own from fall damage. Yeah, it just goes to show, that always happens in ARK. Bobito is giving up the fight, even though his first move was majestic. Let's go back to the Mickey team, who are starting to set up a lot of forges to melt metal. Now, let's get closer to a penguin in its natural state, and that's Tommy Bowler. Tommy has just come across some dinosaurs belonging to another player, and he's sneaking up from behind. He takes advantage of a parasaur falling behind and kills it with his sword. Yeah. As for the player who just lost his parasaur, he doesn't seem too stressed about it. At the same time, what could be better? He's got a pteranodon to defend him. Toomey tried to run away, but he'll encounter another player in his thatch house. As a great PvP player, Romain simply decides to abandon his base. Yes, the player is leaving. Meanwhile, the penguin calmly starts breaking his base. But something interesting is happening here. Do you remember the player with his Pteranodon? He managed to make a saddle and now he's facing the Mickey team all by himself. Another Mickey has just been put to sleep. I don't know how. I have to tell you, maybe he's hanging on. And with his Terry in the water, he still manages to kill one from the Mickey team. Now Terry has to get out of the water and that's not a sure thing. They're all waiting on the beach. The Mickey team only has 3 members left, but they still have a lot of Morphodon, and that can be a real advantage. Now let's go back to Rome 1, who was also just defeated by a member of the Mickey team. One, two, three. So, for him, he can't fight back. All the players are starting to move closer to the center for the final phase of the event, knowing that there are only 10 survivors left. And here is Kirikou, you remember? The last one from the skeleton team, who is going to face the Mickey team again, the team that wiped them out. The Mickey team also has a Terry, and he just spotted Kirikou's Terry, and he immediately decides to kill him. Now let's move on to the penguin, who is still alive, but he's being chased by the same Terry from the Mickey team. The penguin decides to run away and takes shelter between 3 trees that the Terry can't break, but as a result, he ends up trapped as well. Kirikou is the last survivor outside of the Mickey Alliance, and he did something I hadn't thought of. He crafted grappling hooks that allowed him to climb onto the rocks that keep players who die from returning to the game. So, he has a small advantage, even though there are still 3 of them. Yet the Mickey team still climbs up without grappling hooks, proving there's always a way. So the final fight ends up on top of the rocks. After Tire barely escapes with his life, only members of the Mickey team are left, but we still need one big winner. So now they will have to fight each other to determine the big winner of this event. And the fight starts right away between the 2 groups left from this adventure, a Terry versus a Stego. Subaru, who just killed GLD Noir, here are our 2 finalists, GLD Rouge and Subaru. GLD Rouge lands the final blow and defeats Subaru. GG to him, he's the big winner. Want to join? Check out the Discord in the description. And see you on July 10th for the start of No Way.